this episode of Off the Script, episode 150, part number 1 for your New Year's weekend. We are gonna discuss the top 10 WWE matches of 2016. All that and a Loot Crate, WWE Slam Crate unboxing. All this, plus so much more, on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. This is the very last Off the Script for 2016, man. Unbelievable year. What a year we had here on Off the Script. We definitely became one of the IWC's finest destinations for WWE and wrestling talk right here on YouTube.com, and it's all thanks to you guys, man. I will discuss that a little bit more this weekend in my closing thoughts on literally everything this year. It's going to be a massive weekend. It's going to be a massive Off the Script. And I want to start the weekend off with another note that came filtering in, man. And this person, definitely a long-time sub. He is a Patreon. He is a part of Team JD. And he wants to remain anonymous. He does not want his identity or his name out there. And he sent this to both me and Joe Cronin. I am doing the honors of reading this on Off the Script because it's another one of those stories that hits right here. And I want to thank everybody that came to me and express their sympathies and their thoughts and their love for my worst Christmas story of all time. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. And a lot of you guys are going through... It's amazing how many people, after listening to my story, have told me that they're going through a similar situation. And I don't want to compare my situation and my past to anybody else, but what I went through was heartache, man. And I know about heartache, and it's a very sensitive subject for me because I'm not really in the best state of mind when it comes to that type of thing. But what I got for you guys today is another one of those stories that's probably going to hit right here, right dead center in the chest. And I want to wish this person the very best in anything that he does from here on out. I appreciate everything you've done for me, not only me, but Joe as well. And you know, I want you to know that you have my support. And if you need me, all you got to do is reach out to me on Twitter, man. You know how to reach out to me. You've been doing it for months now. You've been such a loyal supporter to Off the Script and to what I do, and I wanna extend that to you. And if you need me, I'm here, man. Okay. He sent me this via DM on Twitter to Joe and myself, and he starts out saying, "Hey guys, I know I shouldn't say much on this until I know for sure things are going through, but I wanted to thank both of you for the great content. My story may not sound interesting to some, but I wanted to share it with both of you since you guys produced content that really helped me out. Earlier this year, I met a wonderful woman who was everything I could have ever wanted. We were both in school, and we had just randomly met in biology class. She and I grew closer and closer until eventually we began dating. We then dated for a year, but towards the end of the year, she revealed that she had plans on transferring to another college. I wanted to go with her, but I didn't have a good enough GPA as she did in order to transfer there, and I'd have to wait another semester. During this past summer, however, she told me that we, as a couple, were done. She had met someone better, and this really saddened me. I tried keeping strong, but this loss hurt so much. It was so bad that it affected my job, and sadly, I lost it. I basically fell into depression after that, and I felt alone. However, among this, I still tuned into what you guys were doing, and you guys always put a smile on my face. Whether it was JD and his rabbit teeth Kevin Dunn impersonation, or Joe being crazy, you guys always put a smile on my face. Thanks to you guys, I was able to always smile among my dark days. Now, I have something very special to share with you guys. I am a man who always had a strong spiritual side. I am a Roman Catholic, and I wanted to share that this following 2017, I will be joining the seminary in order to become a priest. I don't know how things will go, but I do know that it will be a life changer for me. I know that you, JD, have been reading stories from fans on recent Off the Script episodes. So if you feel impelled to read mine, I ask you keep my name anonymous, since I don't want the exposure, nor do I know if I will make it all the way and become a priest. I just want to thank you and Joe, and if you are religious, to keep me in your thoughts and prayers. If not, then just root for me. Once again, I thank both of you for everything that you guys do. I just wanted to read that because I felt compelled to read that, and I felt like I had to. You guys have been sending me stories, and some of them have been just because you want to shout out on the show, because you want a birthday wish, or you want me to call you a goon. I can't involve everybody. I honestly want stories that make me, that make me feel emotional, because those are the ones that are truly hard to come by. And when you hear it and when you see it, it just riles up something in you that it cannot be contained. It's got to come out. The emotion's got to come out. And I am going to keep him anonymous. And he knows that I would never disrespect him that way. And I know that he's been a loyal supporter to everything that I've done. I've seen him comment every video. And he's a Patreon, and he's been supportive of both what Joe and I have done. And I know you're listening, bro, and I want to extend my well wishes and thoughts and prayers to you. I wish you the absolute very best in whatever you want to do. I hope you achieve what you want, what your heart desires for 2017. I personally had a miserable 2017. I went through heartache. There was a period where I could not stop crying. I battled depression. So much that there are things that I do on a daily basis that I don't find interesting anymore. I go to work and I wake up and I have to be at a shit job that I hate with people that I can't stand. Some of them. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them I really care about. But the environment there just brings me down even further. And I want to really hit a home run in 2017 to the point where I can be home creating hours and hours and hours of content for you guys and podcasts. And I can be sponsored by this and that and this and that. And I don't have to live off a fucking paycheck from some corporate shills who just consider you just a number. I want to see people like this be affected by what I do. Because I'm just like you guys. I'm just like you guys. I'm a fan. And you watch me because I am a fan. And wrestling is the most relatable thing, or one of the most relatable things right now, as far as you and I go. And that's what brings us together. And I wish Anonymous the very best, and he knows that I have his back. And if you need me, or you need me to listen, or open ear, anything, I'm here, man. I'm absolutely here. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I felt like you guys wanted to hear that. I felt like I needed to have that open the show today. And it's one of those things, like I said, it's going to hit you here, man. That's a big step in somebody's life. That's not something that you decide on overnight. That's something that obviously has been in here for him. And I'm sorry about the heartache and the heartbreak, and we've all been there, and some of us are going through it right now. And like I said, I wish you the very best and everything, and Kevin Dunn is always going to be here, man. Kevin Dunn and his rabbit teeth are always going to be here to make you smile. In your worst day, on your worst day, Kevin Dunn is going to be here to make you smile. He might piss you off, but he's going to make you smile. Do you want to know why he's going to make you smile, man? I'm sure you know why he's going to make you smile. Here's the fucking reason why he's going to make you smile. This is not only the #1 podcast on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music. But this is the #1 fucking podcast that's gonna lead everybody in the IWC right here on YouTube.com into the new year. This is Off the Script. Thank you guys for literally everything you've done for me and this channel all year long. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, man. We got a big fucking show this weekend. We're going to talk about my personal favorite top 10 matches in WWE for 2016. And holy shit, is this top 10 gonna stir the fucking pot? Holy shit, is this top 10 gonna ruffle some fucking feathers? Oh, JD, you're an indie mark, man. Guarantee it. Guarantee it, man. Guarantee it. But anyway, and by the way, before we even talk about that, no goons. There's no Charlotte and Sasha on this list. You fucking goons. Anyway, I gotta fucking blow my nose, man. Fucking, you motherfucker got me emotional with this letter, bro. I gotta fucking blow my nose and I gotta fucking wipe my eyes over here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got a lot of shit to go over. I can wait on that. But I do want to make mention that Brian Zane, good old Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret, fucking beast channel that he's got over there. I'll be seeing him in a couple of months at the Indie Darlings panel WrestleMania weekend. And he slipped into the DMs along with a bunch of other people. We are doing this thing for the new year called hashtag Resolutions. Now, what this is we want to get everybody involved with this. We want to have this a trending hashtag, and with Off the Script and the power of this podcast, I am assuming that is possible. What I want you guys to do is I want you to tweet with the hashtag resolutions. Okay, that's resolutions with a W at the beginning, okay? And I want you to let me know, and I want you to let the world know, what is the one thing you want to have happen in 2017, fuck 2016, miserable year. What is the one thing you want to have happen in 2017 to make the product better, to make Raw better, to make WWE better? One thing. I want you guys to really think hard about it. I want you guys to tweet it. I want you guys to spread the word resolutions on Twitter. So I'm going to get you guys started right now. I'm going to get you guys started with the resolutions. What I want, and it's been a recurring theme for all of 2016. You know, and if you've been watching me, you certainly know my disdain, my disgust, and my absolute hatred for everything that is Monday Night Raw. I want you guys to know that SmackDown, with the final episode of SmackDown that we seen, the brilliant episode of SmackDown, not only drew more people at the gate compared to Monday Night Raw, but they beat Monday Night Raw in the ratings. They beat them in the Nielsen ratings. SmackDown had a 2.88. Raw had a 2.85. If that's not a fucking success, I don't know what is. Now, the reason why SmackDown won is because they've been consistent. SmackDown's been consistent with their programming. Storylines are easy to follow. They're making the absolute most of the brand split, pushing men, except Apollo Crews apparently, pushing men and women who might not have been pushed if there was no brand split. Alexa Bliss would have been swallowed by the Sasha and Charlotte fucking overhyped train. The Miz certainly wouldn't be where he is right now. The Miz is at the top of the fucking food chain on SmackDown. If there was no brand split, The Miz might still be delegated to Miz TV every fucking week. Not defending the IC title, not bringing prestige back to the IC title. Who knows where AJ Styles would be if there was no brand split? You know, who knows where Dean Ambrose would be if there's no brand split? Who knows where the Wyatt family would be if there's no brand split? The reason why SmackDown won the ratings on Tuesday night over Raw, it's not because it was overly hyped. It wasn't because of any other awkward reason. It wasn't because of any other outlandish reason. It's because people are starting to wake up. It's because people are starting to wake up to Monday Night Raw's bullshit. SmackDown is utilizing the NXT method. SmackDown is booking and building their shows the same way that Triple H builds NXT on a week-to-week basis. And if you don't see that, you better start opening your eyes, man. The formula is there. That is the formula that is going to take the WWE into the future, and it's going to be a success. When you deliver a formula like that, there's no authority figures on SmackDown this week. There was no bullshit. It was all wrestling. And everything behind the wrestling that we seen, there was a storyline intertwined with it. Plus, we had John Cena come back and proclaim that he's back for the WWE Championship. All this rolled into one big ball. SmackDown beat out Raw in the ratings. But it's the NXT method. It's the same formula that's working down at NXT. And what's making NXT so successful, they're doing it on SmackDown. And now look at it. It's producing numbers. And it's producing consistency and quality on the main roster. This is what Monday Night Raw needs to do. And if Raw does not see that, and if I'm here within the next 2 weeks reporting to you that Vince McMahon is trying to sabotage SmackDown and trying to pull out key pieces from departments in which make SmackDown successful, then you know where their priorities lie. They don't give a fuck about the company. All they give a shit about is ruining one brand that is being successful for the other, which sucks. And we don't need that. Instead of really imitating what SmackDown is doing and borrowing some of the ideas and ideologies and the methods that they are using for Monday Night Raw, they wanna kill SmackDown and keep Monday Night Raw the way it is. Garbage. So my resolution for 2017 is Monday Night Raw needs to look in the mirror and see that blue brand looking right back at them. They need to imitate everything that SmackDown is doing. Monday Night Raw against whatever USA Network does. Forget the money. Forget the profit. Bullshit. Monday Night Raw needs to be back at 2 hours. Monday Night Raw needs to be from 8 to 10 on Monday nights. That's what we need. And Monday Night Raw needs to imitate everything that SmackDown is doing. Quality, consistency, formula. That's what they need to do. I don't want to see no more of this entertainment bullshit. I don't want to see any more of this fucking cheesy comedy. I don't want to see fucking 15 minutes of wrestling on a 3-hour show on a Monday night. We got a tag team title match on SmackDown that lasted 40 fucking minutes. It took almost the whole fucking hour. Monday Night Raw can't even let their cruiserweights go out there and deliver a fucking 3-minute match. Monday Night Raw needs to look themselves in the mirror, and back in that mirror, looking right back at them, needs to be SmackDown. Everything that SmackDown has done since the draft has been instituted, Monday Night Raw needs to do that. That's what I want my resolution to be. I want Monday Night Raw to be formulaic like SmackDown is. Because that right now, that is the winning formula. What is your resolution? Tweet at me, leave a comment down below with the hashtag resolution, and we will be good to go, man. So get that off the ground. That's courtesy of Brian Zane and Wrestling with Regret. Let's have some fun with that over the New Year's weekend, man. Hope you guys enjoy the New Year's weekend. Be safe and be careful in whatever you do. Please, for the love of God, do not drink and drive. I know what it is to fucking drink, quote unquote, and drive, quote unquote. I got pulled over, dropping a fucking date off at home when I had 2 glasses of wine. Next thing you know it, I'm getting my fucking license suspended for 3 months. This was a long time ago. Never again will I put alcohol in my body and then get behind a wheel. Do not do it. I urge you all, if you're listening to me this weekend, do not do it. Uber. Uber is your best friend. All you gotta do is pick up a fucking mobile device, and that's it. Have an Uber come pick you up wherever you are, alright? Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. Thank you guys to, or literally everybody that's following me on Twitter, man. It's the best place to reach out, best place to be notified of what's going on with this channel. We just eclipsed 15,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for being a part of this journey with me. We just eclipsed I was going to say 700,000, I wish. 70,300 subscribers on YouTube. We just did that. We are fast approaching 71,000, so thank you to everybody that has subscribed, new and old. If you guys want to support the podcast, all you got to do, man, is visit patreon.com. That is the best place to do and support the podcast, patreon.com. You're going to read the mission statement on there. I'm still fucking sick, man. Jesus Christ, excuse me. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Read the mission statement on there, and you're going to find out why I'm doing this, what I want to become, my passion for wrestling, why I even started a fucking channel and a podcast. All that shit is on there, and we're going to start rolling out new rewards for the new year, so keep an eye on that. Patreons get early access. Patreons are going to have their exclusive questions answered on part 3 this weekend of Off the Script. So if you guys want to be a part of this with me, and you guys want to ask me anything, Patreon only exclusive questions, Q&A, at the end of part 3 of Off the Script, man. They could be anything wrestling related, so look forward to that. So that is just some of the perks for Patreons on patreon.com. If you guys don't want to do that, you can go buy a t-shirt at barbershopwindow.com. There's an official sponsor of Off the Script. We got some of the best looking t-shirts in the IWC, man, especially that JD is Negan t-shirt, which is right now on fire. on Barbershop Window. JD's Negan, one of the top sellers on that website. All you got to do is go to barbershopwindow.com, and you are going to type in Off the Script in the search bar on the home page, and you're going to be taken right to my online shop, $19.99. They ship worldwide, no matter where you are, what you're doing. You guys can get an Off the Script t-shirt and JD merchandise, courtesy of Barbershop Window. WrestleRumble.com is coming soon. Keep an eye on that. They are having a Royal Rumble Pick'em. And I will tell you this, it is going to be the biggest Pick'em that they have ever done. And it is going to be the most difficult Pick'em of the year. And cash prizes will be available. Grand prizes will be available. I do not know what those are as of yet, but I will keep you guys updated. That's WrestleRumble.com. I'm putting it in your guys' head right now. Keep an eye on it. Bookmark the page on your browser. It's coming. You know what else is coming? I'm taking this one from my buddy Solomonster. I'm going to use this idea, and we're going to do it right before the Rumble. I just got to get the official rules and how he does it down, but I want to do it on the channel, man. It's going to be the debut. It's going to be the first ever PayPal Rumble. We're going to do that as soon as we get closer to the Royal Rumble. Everybody's going to buy an entry. Everybody's going to buy an entry into my Royal Rumble. And I'm going to be giving away JD merchandise. If I pick your random number from a randomized drawing, you are going to be the winner of exclusive JD merchandise right here from Off the Script, courtesy of Barbershop Window. So I will definitely let you guys know that. The PayPal Rumble for Off the Script will be coming in just a couple of weeks. So keep an eye and ear on that as well. WrestleCrate.com. An official sponsor of the podcast. That's WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. Use the coupon code JDSentMe for an instant 10% off. And I will save the Loot Crate stuff for just a little bit. And I also, you know what? The funny thing is, speaking of that, let's get into that. I want to do that because I picked it up as of today. I got WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate. Now, I watched Rusty's video. I skimmed through Rusty's video because I was curious to know what was in the box, and I got a gist of what's going on here. But for the most part, I'm going into this blind. And then we have another box. In here is items sent from a subscriber. So we're going to open that as well. So it's going to be a nice little unboxing edition of Off the Script here before we get into the top 10, all right? WWE Slam Crate. Information on this. If you guys are interested in WWE Slam Crate, they are sponsoring the podcast. They are sponsoring JD, okay? I want you guys, if you enjoy what you see in here, and if you are interested in anything that is presented in this box, you can have it for yourself, man. It is a bi-monthly subscription, and what you got to do is go down to the description of this video. You're going to go to the link that I provide for you, my exclusive link. I'm going to save you money, man. I'm going to save you 10% off your first subscription, man. So all you got to do is at checkout, go to the link, pick your subscription, check out, enter the code JD from NY, and you're going to save yourself 10% off. That's all you got to do. Very, very simple. So let's see what we got here, man. Let's open up WWE Slam Crate number 2. Wrestle Crate. You didn't send me the fucking crate. I didn't get my crate, man. So right now, by default, Loot Crate is going to be tied 1-1 in the Battle of the Crates right here on Off the Script. Ooh, look at this. We got a fucking figure in here that is heavy as fuck, bro. Look at this. We got a John Cena Loot Crate exclusive Metals diecast figurine, man. Look at that. Wow. Let me get my camera on the screen right here. That's fucking beast, man. And this is an exclusive to Loot Crate. As you can see, oh, they got a Finn Balor too. Look at that. These are the ones that they got on there. You got, let's get the glare right. They got Finn Balor, they got Paige, they got John Cena, and they got Brock Lesnar and Triple H as well. But we got the exclusive green and orange John Cena. The one that's presented here is the one that he comes out with now. His blue and white, his red, white, and blue colors, pretty much. But these are fucking awesome. And this is heavy, if you guys can feel this. If you guys got the crate, this is pretty substantial in weight, man. That's fucking awesome. That's going right on my shelf right above me, and that's fucking sweet. We got a t-shirt here. We got a, look at this. Another Slam Crate exclusive. Look at this shit, man. Look at that. You know who that is. The #1 wrestler in the world right now. AJ Styles. Phenomenal one. That is great, and it's a nice color too, man. That gunmetal gray. This is the next color of my Mustang. I can't fucking wait. Phenomenal AJ Styles right there. That is beast. And you can see this is authentic WWE gear, man. This is fucking sweet. I love that. And is it the right size? Yes, indeed. It's a large. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We got a Bailey Bear. Can I rip its head off? I can't rip its head off, man. Man, fucking Gallows and Anderson. They fucking ripped that shit off, man. That's fucking cute. Bailey Bear right there. Ooh, hey, look at me. Bailey Bear. Hey. Bailey Bear here on Off the Script. That's pretty cool. We got another fucking pin. I know Rusty loves his fucking pins. You fucking clown. Look at this, man. We got the WWE Championship in the last crate, and now we got the Intercontinental Championship pin. That's the old school belt, man. That's fucking sweet right there. It's nice and substantial, man. That's a nice heavy pin. I don't know where I'm gonna wear fucking pins, but it's pretty sweet, man. Pretty good shit right there. What do we got? We got a beanie. We got a beanie, and that's pretty much it in the crate. Oh, we got Dream Big. This was the theme for Loot Crate, Slam Crate this month. Dream Big. You got Styles and John Cena right there, man. So obviously you got Cena and Styles merchandise. But we got a beanie, man. Daniel Bryan beanie. Yes. Look at that. That's fucking beast, man. Always a fine collector of beanies, man. I love it. We got a Mick Foley beanie in the last one. And now we got a Daniel Bryan beanie right there. That's fucking great. Now we got the Mick Foley beanie in the pro wrestling crate. I'm sorry. It wasn't Loot Crate. It was pro wrestling crate. So many fucking crates, man. I can't even keep up. And this is a poster for this month's loot. I'm assuming there's a poster on the other side, being that I did not open the other fucking poster, which apparently was Shinsuke Nakamura. What do we got here? Look at that. We got a poster of the Ultimate Warrior. Look at that, man, right there. And you see his mask. It's all grayed out, and his mask is in color, man. That's fucking beautiful. That is beautiful. I gotta keep these in good condition, because once I move from here, and I get my own fucking office space, it's gonna be framed, and it's gonna be hung up. So, there you go. We got the John Cena figurine. We got the Bailey Bear. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with that. We got the beanie. We got the Intercontinental Championship pin. And that was pretty much it, man. WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate. Use the link down below if you guys are into. This was a great fucking crate. Absolutely fucking great. So much better than the debut crate. Because we got Mitch the fucking potted plant in the last one. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking there. But they rebounded and gave us a damn good fucking crate, man. Use the link down below that I provide. JD from NY to save yourself some money. And that's pretty much it, man. We are tied now 1-1. WWE Slam Crate by Loot Crate and Wrestle Crate even right now in the battle of the crates right here on Off the Script. Now, what I got going on here, man. This is from Brian Argo. He sent me a box, and I want to thank Brian for sending me something because he appreciates what I do right here on Off the Script. This is a absolutely great fucking gesture. But I want to explain to him, if he's watching, dude, I know what's in the box already, because I sent you a message on Twitter, and I have both of what's in here already, because I didn't hear back from you. I didn't know if you were going to send them or not, and I seen them, and I seen one of each left, and I had to pick them up. So, I want to thank Brian for being generous, and being a fan of Off the Script and a supporter of Off the Script. And he's even included a little note in here, man. Look at this shit. A two-parter. A two-parter right here on Off the Script. We're going to read the note first. Hey, JD. Hey, buddy. Just wanted to send these Funko Pops as a small token and a thank you for all you do on this channel. You've helped me and others through tough times. You've helped me through depression when I'm down and everything else. And when he's down and everything else sucks. I'm sorry. I can always count on your podcasts to make the day a lot better. I can't thank you enough for all you do, and I'm thankful I found your channel and podcasts. Never let anyone bring you down. You will get your brand out there. And never let the negative assholes distract you, because you have friends and loyal listeners that enjoy your content and rants. Like I said, I can never thank you enough for everything you do, and you helped me through a lot without even knowing you did. You will always have a loyal fan and a friend in Atlanta. Go Braves. If I'm in New York, we will have a Guinness Extra Stout or 5, LOL. Have a great day and Merry Christmas. Just one loyal fan saying thank you. Signed, Brian. Brian, you're a fucking beast. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for the gesture, man. And what he sent to me was 2 pops that I did not have, but I purchased them because I didn't hear back from him. I messaged him in September. It's December. I seen them and I picked them up. But he sent me Eva Marie, and he sent me, yes, Eva Marie, she who shall not be named, and he sent me Kevin Owens right there. Kevin Owens and then Eva Marie. And I got them both on my Funko wall back there, but I might end up giving these away to some fans, man. I might give these away to some fans. If you guys are an avid collector of Funko Pop, maybe I'll send them to you. We'll see what happens with that, how we go about that. But Brian, I want to thank you, bro, for the gesture. It's unbelievable that you reached out to me and you wanted to send me something as a token of your appreciation, man. You guys don't have to do that at all. But this is just the power of Off the Script, man. This is what we do. And I got something special here. Obviously, I got something special here, you know. And just by the notes from Brian and by the notes of Anonymous today, you know, we got something good here, man. And it's amazing what you guys do and how you guys feel about what I do here. And I can't ever thank you, man. It's unreal, the reaction and the reception that Off the Script gets every weekend. And this is why I love doing it, man. I do it for you. Not because I'm a fan, not because we're fans. I do it for you and because I love sitting right here, giving you guys the best fucking podcast I can. So thank you to Brian and thank you to everybody, man. Let's talk about the top 10 matches in WWE in 2016. Just a quick correction, guys, to correct what I stated earlier about Brian Zane's hashtag movement here with resolutions. It is indeed resolutions 17. So you gotta add the 17 at the end. It's resolutions with a W and then 17 at the end of it. So tweet me, tweet Zane, tweet Grim, you motherfucker. I'm gonna get you soon enough, motherfucker. You thought that powerbomb was something. I'm still coming for you, bro. What Culture, everybody else there, make sure you guys tweet resolutions and let us know what you guys want out of the new year for the world of professional wrestling. Now, what we've seen this year, as far as professional wrestling goes, in 2016, we've seen some pretty damn good fucking wrestling for 2016, man. You know, it's a funny thing. We've seen so many good matches this year in WWE for 2016, but the product does not indicate any quality, any consistency. Monday Night Raw continues to be one of the worst shows on fucking television. Kevin Dunn continues to have his fucking 2 front teeth grow longer and longer week by week. Cruiserweight Classic, hey, go fuck yourself, right? You know? All we know that when we seen a good match this year, it was a damn good fucking match. 2016 was the home of some fucking great matches, man, but the consistency wasn't there. The quality wasn't there. Monday Night Raw, like I said, continues to be terrible. SmackDown, they went through a rough patch when the draft was first instituted. We thought SmackDown was going to be a fucking loser show. It was going to be the B show just based on how they were drafted. And then SmackDown continuously put on good shows. They utilized the brand split to maximum potential. Still waiting for Apollo Crews to show up somewhere. I don't know. I think he's overtaken Jack Swagger as the king of fucking catering on Tuesday nights. Either that or he's fucking... Or he's out promoting a fucking whitening toothpaste that's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on, but we need Apollo Crews on television, man. You got to get him on television. You got to start utilizing guys like that. But Alexa Bliss, The Miz, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton found a new home in the Wyatt family. American Alpha, they were drafted to SmackDown. Heath Slater and fucking Rhino, for Christ's sakes. When would you think that Heath Slater would have a prominent role on main roster television, let alone fucking SmackDown? These guys were tag team champions for 2 months. So SmackDown continued to be consistent. And they ended the year really showing you, you know what? Monday Night Raw says they're the A brand, but they're doing nothing to back it up. SmackDown is showing you what the A brand really is. Wrestling this year was some of the very best that I have literally ever seen. I've been watching WWE since I was 4 years old, man. I'm fucking 34 years old. That makes it 30 fucking years I've been watching WWE. I remember back in the day when I used to fucking cry and moan to my dad to order the pay-per-views. We had that big satellite dish on the roof of the fucking house, right? We had to order the fucking pay-per-view. Back in the day, they were $29.99, not $64.99 like you see now. Good thing for the fucking network. But WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble. I remember all those fucking pay-per-views. I remember where I was when I was watching those and my reactions to what happened, man, like that. With the Warriors and the Rudes and the Hogans. Everybody involved. And I can honestly say this year that 2016 was probably WWE-wise. I'm not including anything else because I don't watch New Japan. I don't watch Ring of Honor. I might make a resolution to myself this year to start watching Ring of Honor in 2017. Being that Final Battle was fucking absolutely amazing from everybody that I talked to. Sucks that I missed the fucking show and it happened right here. It was a fucking train ride away, 30 minutes. Oh, I could have been there. And I missed out on an amazing event, apparently. So I might make a resolution to myself to start watching Ring of Honor in 2017. I buckled down and I fucking said, you know what? I've missed out on Lucha Underground enough. Now I'm starting to watch Lucha Underground. This year was the first year I began watching Lucha Underground, and I'm fucking loving the show, man. It's fucking great. And for those wondering where my Lucha Underground was, or Lucha Underground review for this week, I didn't do it because we went live with Out of Nowhere with Joe Cronin show on my channel this Wednesday. So I kind of had to do one or the other, and I put all my effort into that to get that ready. But this year was probably, out of 30 years of me being a wrestling fan, the best wrestling year. And I mean wrestling-wise, what happens in that squared circle. Quality-wise per match that I've ever seen. Unbelievable. It's a memorable year that we will never forget, man. There are matches in this list that you will never fucking forget. There are matches in this list that when you go back and watch, it's as if you're watching it for the very first time. There are matches in this list right now that I'm going to give to you that I created that when I watch these matches back, the tears that I shed when I first seen these matches, I shed them again because that's how great they were. Everything in this list honestly makes you proud to be a wrestling fan. Everything I'm about to go over today in this video, really, I want you guys to go out and make an effort. I know you're all off from work. You're going to be enjoying a few cold ones. You're going to be celebrating the new year. Before you actually go out and ring in the new year and start partying, dedicate an hour or so to watch these matches. You're not going to forget anything that's on this list. Where Monday Night Raw fails, where the WWE has failed, and they constantly fail every single fucking time. Whether it's giving you a conclusion to a storyline, or building a new star, or producing quality television on Monday night. There's always a fucking diamond in the rough. There's always that needle in the haystack that's fucking unbelievable, you know? And that's what these 10 matches are. I compiled the 10 very best fucking matches I think WWE gave us in 2016. And I'm proud to go over this list with you guys. Starting in at number 10. Working our way to number 1. My 10th best match in WWE of 2016 took place at Extreme Rules 2016. And it was for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz went against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cesaro in a fatal 4-way match. This was not elimination. First man to get a pinfall would be the victor. And I know, you're probably wondering, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, 3 of the very best that WWE has on their roster. And then you got The Miz. The Miz, at this point, honestly, I was not a fan of what The Miz was doing. I thought The Miz was a cowardly fucking heel. I thought The Miz was nothing but a fucking throwaway token champion that did nothing to really earn the title. You know, Zack Ryder won the title at WrestleMania. I thought Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn should have won the title at WrestleMania. It didn't make any fucking sense why Zack Ryder won the title. They took the fucking title off him. The next night, they gave it right back to the fucking Miz. So everything this guy did, everything we seen at WrestleMania was wasted. Instead of building up Zack Ryder and giving us another solid mid-card act, pre-draft, WWE said, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to give him his moment. He's going to have a fucking amazing night, right? And that's it. Take the belt off of him. Fuck him. Give it right back to the Miz. For what? For what? Now, I am not saying that the Miz shouldn't have been Intercontinental Champion. I just didn't like the way that they portrayed the Intercontinental Champion. I think Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn would have been a much better champion as compared to the Miz. Being that they were going to be on the same brand. I think that would have been a battle for the Intercontinental Championship that we would have never forgotten. And the history with those guys, the deep history with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, fighting over that Intercontinental Championship, that would have been a memory for 2016 that people would still be going back to watch. And they're in the list. These guys are in the list. Sami Zayn's in this list 3 fucking times. Sami Zayn had a great fucking year. Whether you like him or not, Sami Zayn is fucking great. In fact, I would not be, and we mentioned this on Out of Nowhere, and Joe came up with the idea that Sami Zayn, I said, I would not be against booking Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble. I would not be. Sami Zayn is the quintessential fucking lovable underdog babyface. Everything that Sami Zayn does is poetry in motion. The guy is fucking great. Where people think he's bland or boring or people think he's a fucking cab driver. Whatever the case may be. You watch what Sami Zayn does in the ring and you're not thinking about any of that shit. You're thinking about, well, this guy's damn fucking good. Sami Zayn can take a fucking shit match and he can make it the most believable fucking match you'll see all year. Sami Zayn is that good. And when he's working with Kevin Owens, who these guys have fucking grown up together, traveled the road together, worked the indies together, broke into the WWE together, you know? Kevin Owens' first feud in NXT was Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens fucked over Sami Zayn in his first night on NXT. Sami Zayn fucking won the title. Beautiful fucking celebration with everybody in that fucking locker room coming out, hoisting Sami Zayn up on their shoulders as if he is the fucking unbelievable, most well-recognized fucking champion that WWE has ever seen. He did what he set out to do. An underdog became the WWE NXT champion. Kevin Owens said, fuck this shit. I'm here. You know what? I'm going to fucking turn on my best friend. Fuck this guy. You know what? That should be me. So what did he do? In one of the most brutal attacks all year, guy fucking powerbombed him on the apron. Not this year, it was the year before. But unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff by Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn needs more credit. And I would not be against Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble, man. Can you imagine what we discussed on Out of Nowhere if that actually happens? If it comes down to Sami Zayn and Braun Strowman in the Royal Rumble, and Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble, can you imagine how over this guy would be? Can you imagine how epic that would be? The underdog slays the giant in the Royal Rumble. You can't get any better than that, man. People would eat that up. Like a tray of fucking Pillsbury cookies in the fucking oven. Nice and hot. People would eat that shit up like that. Sami Zayn had a great fucking 2016. I actually think Sami Zayn's going to have a better 2017. I think 2017 is the year Sami Zayn breaks out. Now, I thought Sami Zayn would be better off on SmackDown. Everybody thought the same thing. I don't know why they kept Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on Monday Night Raw. They kept them on the same brand. You know? Now, I understand why they would keep them on the same brand, because the dynamic between the two is fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And this match proved it. Now, this entire match was Sami Zayn, Owens, and Cesaro. What they did was fucking a wrestling clinic. A wrestling clinic. And then there was The Miz. Now, The Miz is known to be a safe worker, but The Miz has had an unbelievable fucking year. He's had an all-star year. He might have, not only for his career, the best year of his career, but he might be right below AJ Styles in 2016 for having the best year in WWE out of everybody. Right below AJ Styles. That's how good he's been. His heel persona has grown. What we've seen in this match from The Miz, it was cowardly. It was last-ditch, second-rate heel bullshit, you know? Oh, I'm going to fucking weasel myself to a victory. Fuck these guys. You know? I'm going to reap the benefits of everybody else's hard work. And fuck everybody else. And fuck you, too, because I'm the champion. It doesn't matter. That's what The Miz was in this match. And he snuck a victory out because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were so fucking into one another. They did not want each other to win this match. Whether it was Kevin Owens trying to get a pinfall, Sami Zayn breaking it up. Whether it was Sami Zayn getting a pinfall and Kevin Owens breaking that up. It was just back and forth between these two guys. And it came down to The Miz pinning Cesaro and reaping the benefits of whatever Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had done. So The Miz walks out, still the champion. He retains the title in a great Fatal 4-Way match where these Fatal 4-Way matches, you know, they really get clustery and they get chaotic and there's really a lot of fucking chaos there and it's sloppy. These four guys, they gave you a great fucking match, and this ended up being my number 10 in 2016. Cesaro's great, Kevin Owens is great, Sami Zayn's great, The Miz is great. They all played a vital role into this match, and it was fucking amazing. And that's my number 10 in 2016. Number 9 on my list is a match that I don't see appearing a lot in people's top 10s. And before I actually sat down to record this video, I went back to watch most of these matches so that they remained fresh in my head. And this match, I knew instantly when I seen it, I had to put it in the top 10. I had to put it in the top 10. Now, some of you might disagree with it. Some of you might agree with it. Some of you might think that there's something else better out there this year that should be in its place. But when I watched this match unfold and I seen the emotion seeping from both competitors in this match, mixed with the crowd and mixed with Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan on commentary, I knew we had a fucking classic on our hands. And it showcased two men who are tag team partners vying for the same thing. Vying to be crowned the first ever Cruiserweight Classic winner. I'm talking about Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. First round of the Cruiserweight Classic comes in at number 9 on my list of top 10 matches for 2016. Why? Go out and watch it. That's why. I've never seen two men, especially this year, beat the fucking living shit out of one another like these two men did. Johnny Gargano. I don't even know where to begin with this guy. Johnny Gargano is the quintessential, and I mean picture perfect fucking babyface. This guy takes a beating and he continues to get back up. When a crowd sees that, they're gonna get behind you and root for you to be the victor in the end. And that's exactly what happened here. Two men who are tag team partners, battling it out. Everybody's wondering, why would WWE book a fucking match like this to close the first round? This is why. This match was unreal. For 13 minutes, these guys fucking beat the living shit out of each other. Tommaso Ciampa is one of the most brutal competitors I've seen in a very long time. They call him Psycho Killer. He lives up to that fucking name down to the very last fucking letter. Unreal what this guy can do. The knees, the elbows, the viciousness of his strikes, just the all-around brutality that this guy showcases in the ring. This was unreal. Every shot that he gave Gargano, he didn't give a flying fuck who Gargano was. He didn't give a fuck that Gargano was his tag team partner. All he cared about was that I'm going to win this tournament and I'm going to fucking beat the shit out of you while doing that. And Gargano took every blow. Gargano kicked out of everything. Gargano was fucking thrown to the outside. He was thrown onto the apron of the ring with a fucking air raid slam right down on the apron that everybody thought was the end of the match. Mauro Ranallo said that's got to be the end of the fucking match. Daniel Bryan's screaming that's the hardest part of the ring. When people are training, the trainers vehemently tell you stay away from the outside apron of the ring. It's where the metal beams are. Gargano kicked out of a fucking brutal slam, which landed right on his neck. And he continued to kick out. Shot after shot, trading blows. And at one point he was like, come on. What else you got? What else you got, Tommaso? He's yelling. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Came to a point where Ciampa had Gargano beat. He was going for the running knee. He pulled down his fucking knee pad. He was gonna fucking slam him. 1, 2, 3. Ciampa was having fucking second thoughts. He's like, I can't do this. This is my brother. This is the man I team with. This is the man I train with. You know? So he lifted back up his knee pad, and it almost cost him the fucking match. He got so fucking pissed. He clotheslined Gargano's head off and did a powerbomb lung blower for a near fall. And if I can fucking describe to you, I can't even describe to you Ciampa's fucking facial reactions. As soon as Gargano kicked out of that lung blower, Ciampa's facial reactions said the entire tale. It told the emotion of that match. It looked like he was looking at a fucking ghost. How did he kick out? What the fuck do I got to do to beat this guy? And all of a sudden, after that, he let all of that get to him, and all it took was one rolling crucifix. They traded a few reversals here and there, ended up being a rolling crucifix for the 1, 2, 3. And Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, goes on to win. At the end of the match, Gargano puts out his hand for Tommaso Ciampa to shake it. He's walking off. He stops before he fully exits the ring. He goes back, and then he sits down. Gargano's already sitting in the ring. He's like perplexed. Why isn't my partner shaking my fucking hand after we just literally beat the shit out of each other? Tommaso Ciampa sits in the ring, and they fucking embrace and they hug and they raise each other's hands, man. That was the first match in the Cruiserweight Classic where I legit shed a fucking tear. Absolutely brutal display of fucking athleticism and just an all-out war for the ultimate prize of being the first ever winner of the Cruiserweight Classic. That's what really set this tournament off to be a huge benchmark for the WWE. That match set the entire tournament off. And I'm surprised that more people did not put that in the top 10. That was a great fucking match with a ton of emotion behind it. And the funny thing is with Ciampa and Gargano, they are amazing at what they do together. But I've always stated, and I always see it when I watch them, they may be a great fucking team together. But when you watch them, I know the money is really going to be in a rivalry between them two. They may be the best of friends, but when you look at them, you see the best of rivals as well. Each one of those guys is going to be each other's worst enemy. And it's just got the makings for it. It's got the makings for it. And this is not a Jannetty and Michaels situation either. These guys are fucking so much more than. There's no Jannetty in this team. Ciampa and Gargano are fucking amazing at what they do. And I can't wait to see more from them. Right now, they're the NXT Tag Team Champions. This match, on this night, they prove to you why they can both do it singles-wise as well. And Gargano is one of the best baby faces, one of the most believable fucking baby faces I've seen in recent memory, man. The licking and the beating that this guy takes makes you want to see him fucking prevail every single time. And that's the reason why Gargano and Ciampa from the Cruiserweight Classic in the first round, the last match of the first round, makes my list of top 10 matches at number 9 for 2016. Moving on to number 8 here. Sami Zayn again. Sami Zayn again. That's a name familiar. A name you better get used to seeing in this top 10. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Battleground 2016. You guys know the deal with these guys. I don't need to reiterate what this feud is for WWE. This match was really the blow-off, quote-unquote, for now. WWE would be foolish not to revisit this under more prestigious circumstances. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, this was the last pay-per-view before the draft goes into effect. Rosters have been dedicated. Rosters have been set aside. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were going to be on the same brand, right? But with this match, it was going to be the blow-off, and neither of these two men were going to cross each other's paths, which I found to be hardly believable at all, being that they were going to be on the same brand. I thought either Kevin Owens was going to go to Raw and Sami Zayn was going to go to SmackDown, or the other way around. I thought both men were going to be drafted to separate brands. And they might as well should have been, because Kevin Owens went on to be Universal Champion, which right now he still is. Sami Zayn hasn't done much of anything since the draft. This was his crowning moment. This match was his crowning moment. And he almost fucked it up thanks to a blown botch in this match. He was trying to do some springboard off the fucking top rope, landed right on his shoulder, right on his neck. And this is a guy who blew out his fucking shoulder by just pandering to the crowd during his match with John Cena on a random episode of Monday Night Raw in Montreal. Blew out his shoulder by doing his entrance. And he still continued the match. That's how fucking great Sami Zayn is. That's how much of a fucking underdog he is. But Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on this night gave you the best match that they possibly could have given you together in their early WWE careers. We've seen these guys in NXT. Kevin Owens beat the shit out of Sami Zayn to a point where they called the match and crowned Kevin Owens the NXT champion. We've seen these guys battle through months and months and months. We've seen the ladder match at WrestleMania 32. Kevin Owens fucked over Sami Zayn to win the title, back and forth. You know, I could pretty much say that both of them screwed each other over at WrestleMania. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way at Extreme Rules, and I went over that match at number 10 in my list. But this match, Sami Zayn got the best of Kevin Owens. Exploder suplex after exploder suplex after exploder suplex. Levels Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn kicks out of a fucking pop-up powerbomb where he barely gets his foot underneath the rope. Referee seen it just in the nick of time. And like I said, exploder suplex after exploder suplex rocks Kevin Owens to a point where he's backed in the corner and Sami Zayn delivers what looked like reluctantly at the first time, but then it turns quickly to anger. A haluva kick that leveled Kevin Owens unconscious. His body falls right on top or right into Sami Zayn's chest. Sami Zayn's holding up Kevin Owens. He's like, nope, I'm not ending the match on that. I want this to be insult added to injury. He sets up Kevin Owens in the fucking corner again and delivers a second haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn wins the final duel between these two at Battleground 2016. A match in which had everybody was standing at the end, which was the match of the fucking night at Battleground. One of the best matches of the year, and certainly the best match that both of these men put on in their early WWE careers. What's going to be interesting is when is this going to happen again, and under which circumstances will it be contested? Will it be for a Universal Championship? Will it be for a WWE Championship? Will it be on WrestleMania's grandest stage? I don't know. But all we know is they build this as the final battle between these two on Monday Night Raw. Nowhere even close. This match was great. Can you imagine with something a little bit more at stake? It's not the end. It's only the beginning for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That's why this match is number 8 on my list of top 10 matches for WWE in 2016. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Battleground 2016. Number 7. Something that is going to shock a lot of people, being that I have been extremely vocal about this man in particular. Roman Reigns made my list. And I want this to show you guys that I don't hate Roman Reigns. I just prefer him under a different light. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles at number 7 on my list. Extreme Rules 2016. This match was fucking great. Now, AJ Styles is amazing at what he does. We all know the caliber of superstar and the caliber of athlete that AJ Styles is. Solid Monster said it best on this weekend's Sound Off. A lot of people compare Seth Rollins to Shawn Michaels. And a lot of people tend to overlook AJ Styles as being that Shawn Michaels-esque caliber WWE superstar. AJ Styles is the closest thing to a recreation of Shawn Michaels that we have seen since Shawn Michaels. Every time AJ Styles gets in the ring, every time AJ Styles is set to fight, you know it is going to be a great match. We have not seen one good match from AJ Styles. Everything has been 4 stars or better. Everything we've seen from AJ Styles has been great. Roman Reigns has been in some of the worst matches that I've ever seen. In fact, Roman Reigns was in the worst WrestleMania of all time. Roman Reigns was in one of the worst WrestleMania main events of all time. Not really sure if I'm going to rank that ahead of The Miz and John Cena just yet, but his match with Triple H was fucking absolutely god-awful. And that entire event was awful. It was built around nothing but Roman Reigns and pandering to Roman Reigns and crowning a new king in the WWE, and nobody was going to accept it. Nobody wanted it. Nobody was going to believe him. All right? Believe that. No, we don't need to believe that. We believe you're trash. And we believe what WWE is doing is not right. Going in the wrong direction. But Roman Reigns, when he's got someone to work with, like AJ Styles, magic will be made. And that certainly was the case here on Extreme Rules 2016. This match was fucking brutal. All over the place these guys went. Every fucking which way. These guys were blowing through barricades, going through tables, steel chairs. You want Extreme Rules? They lived up to the fucking name, Extreme Rules. By which WWE stretched that to the very fucking limit. The only thing we didn't see in this match was the color. Which, a little dash of that here and there would have been nice. But the way that these guys went about this match, at the end it really didn't matter. Roman Reigns, when it boils down to it, the guy can fucking work. I don't think he has any charisma. I don't like the fucking guy in his current state. I think he's awful. I think he's boring. He offers nothing for this viewer at all. And same goes for you guys. Styles, on the other hand, we all admire Styles. We all want to see more AJ Styles. In fact, WWE took down a fucking poll in which they tried to get Roman Reigns at the top of the list. They thought they were slick. Who do you want to see main event WrestleMania? AJ Styles was far and away the number one voted guy on that list. Roman Reigns had 4% of the vote. AJ Styles had over 40. You know who was number 2? The Undertaker. Undertaker is not even there. He's a fucking part-timer, semi-retired. Roman Reigns is your big dog, and he's coming in with 4% of the fucking vote. WWE deleted that. Thought they were slick. People screenshotted it. It's all over the fucking internet. So, that goes to show you that people don't want to see Roman, and people want to see more caliber athlete and superstar like AJ Styles, because AJ Styles embodies what we love about this industry. AJ Styles brings back what we loved about guys like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Guys who can go in there and work with literally anybody and even bring Roman Reigns to a fucking match of the year, which lands on my list at number 7. Roman Reigns wasn't even going to make this list. He's there because of AJ Styles. Now, how great this match was, WWE had to soil it. I mean, Roman Reigns ate a fucking Styles Clash, then again, on a steel fucking chair, before that, ate a boot of doom from Gallows and Anderson. Styles, after delivering the Styles Clash on the steel chair, Roman Reigns kicks out. The Usos come down. They interject themselves into the fucking match, right? So, what happens after that is absolutely piss poor. So, what happens after that is absolutely piss poor writing by WWE Creative. AJ Styles takes a fucking steel chair, the same steel chair that he obliterated Roman Reigns with face first on a Styles Clash, picks up the steel chair, and he absolutely lays waste to not only Jimmy and Jey Uso, but Roman Reigns. Chair shot after chair shot after chair shot, in which the bent chair was visible to everybody after the damage has been done. AJ Styles swung this chair so hard that he could have leveled a fucking small building. Top of that, Roman Reigns ate a Styles Clash on that same chair. He ate a boot of doom, right? And what happens? AJ Styles, after this fucking frenzied attack, covers Roman, and he kicks out. He kicks out? Are you fucking serious? He kicks out enough to get up, and AJ Styles is going to do a phenomenal forearm, and all it takes is one spear. After he leveled a small town with a steel chair. And you mean to tell me you're okay with that ending? I remember doing the review on it, going off on the same thing. It ruined the match. In fact, the match would have been higher in my list if that ending was the opposite way. If we got the AJ Styles title win like we should have got. How are you going to book Roman Reigns to look that fucking strong? No human being should be kicking out of those chair shots that AJ Styles gave to not only the Usos, but to Roman. But I'm guessing his protective vest was the one thing that saved him in that match. Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here, man. But all in all, that match was unbelievable, and it was one of definitely the best main events of WWE pay-per-view this year. And that's why I put it at number 7 on my list. AJ Styles vs. Roman Reigns, Extreme Rules 2016 for the WWE Championship. Coming in at number 6, AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2016. WWE knew what they had here. Everybody's got to go through John Cena. Everybody's got to stand in front of John Cena as some sort of initiation upon WWE. But you know what? Going into this, everybody had the same thought. Here's another guy who we think belongs at the top of the fucking WWE. Another guy, another outsider, Another non-WWE talent coming into the WWE, and he's going to be fed to John Cena. That completely wasn't the case. And by the end of this, we were all fucking shocked. AJ Styles beat John Cena at Money in the Bank, and it was thanks to the club. That victory was soiled. It was a victory, but it wasn't the victory that we needed to happen. We needed a clean victory. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they attacked John Cena. And this began a series of, starting from Money in the Bank, a series of pretty much throwaway matches between Cena and Styles and everybody involved until we got to SummerSlam, because WWE didn't want to do it again. Okay? Now, my initial thought here was that I would have had John Cena versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam, but I would have had it for the WWE Championship. I would have had a tournament following the draft. I would have had a tournament in which AJ Styles and John Cena would have took separate paths, and it would have led right to the finals to crown a new SmackDown Live World Champion. And that would have been culminated at SummerSlam. WWE did the match at SummerSlam, but it wasn't for anything. It was pretty much for superiority on SmackDown Live. But the club was there backing AJ Styles during this mini feud here, and leading into SummerSlam, we had Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows going up against Enzo and Big Cass. So John Cena seeked help, or Enzo and Cass threw their names into the hat, and they backed John Cena, by their own choice. So we've seen a mixture of matches here between all six parties. We've seen a six-man tag culminate. It was pretty much a basic road so that we don't get Styles and Cena again on pay-per-view. WWE didn't want to overdo it again. They would have rather saved it for SummerSlam, and that's exactly what they did. The match that they had at SummerSlam was easily the match of the pay-per-view. SummerSlam ended up being one of the worst pay-per-views that WWE put on all year. It was one of the worst SummerSlams ever. Sloppily put together. There was no build behind anything. The ending of SummerSlam resulted in nothing with Lesnar and Randy Orton and Shane McMahon. It resulted in nothing. In a throwaway IC title match with The Miz and Apollo Crews. We had Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho beating Enzo and Cass in the opening match. It was just a bunch of bullshit. A bunch of shit that we did not care about. The only thing that we cared about was John Cena and AJ Styles. Because when these guys are in the ring, you got two mega stars in the ring, and the crowd knows it. The crowd's going to be receptive to it. The crowd is going to pretty much be vocal about what they're seeing in the ring. And that's exactly what they did. Let's go Styles. Cena sucks. The chants ringing out all through Brooklyn and the Barclays Center. I was at the bar with Justin LaBar. I was on my 7th vodka and club soda at the time. And I was watching this match. I was jumping up and down at every near fall. And in the end, we all thought, is WWE going to do the right thing here? Is John Cena going to get another victory because he's WWE's guy? John Cena was going on to film. John Cena was going on to do outside projects away from WWE. We knew he was not going to be a mainstay for several weeks on SmackDown Live. And that WWE needed a face on SmackDown to carry the load until Cena can come back a little bit more regularly, a little bit more consistently. In the end, WWE, for the first time in a long time, which rarely happens, they did the right thing. John Cena was beaten by AJ Styles clean at SummerSlam. And it was a great match. Both men put everything on the line. Cena made Styles look good. And in the end, Cena left his armband in the ring, which Styles picked up, and he carried that around on SmackDown as a trophy as he went on to win the World Championship. This was a great match, and WWE made the right decision. And AJ Styles went on to become the face that runs the place, the man that runs the camp, the WWE Champion, still reigning, defending WWE Champion on SmackDown. AJ Styles. What's going to happen when this rivalry is renewed at the Royal Rumble? I don't know. But the next chapter will be written. The WWE got the first half of the book written correctly. Now, the other half, clearly, is going to be in favor of John Cena. I do not see AJ Styles overcoming John Cena again. Because AJ Styles, being an outsider, has done the unthinkable. He has 2 victories over John Cena. 2. Going into the Rumble, looking like John Cena is going to get his revenge on the WWE Champion. AJ Styles versus John Cena at SummerSlam 2016. Number 6 on my list for top matches of 2016 for WWE. We are in the top 5. Number 5. Cruiserweight Classic. 3rd round. Kota Ibushi versus Brian Kendrick. Number 5 on my list for top matches in WWE for 2016. Now, the thing here with this Cruiserweight Classic, we seen Kota Ibushi. We seen him go against Sean Maluda in the first round. That was a great match. You know, not match of the year worthy, but it was a great match. This was legit, because I don't watch New Japan. I knew of Kota Ibushi, but I did not know what Kota Ibushi was capable of. After seeing Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic, and after seeing what this guy can do, I waited with bated breath until he got deeper and deeper and deeper into this tournament. I'm like, what is this guy going to be capable of when these matches are going to become more and more important? What the fuck is this guy going to pull out of his hat? Brian Kendrick is a WWE seasoned veteran. The entire story, and yes, goons, there was an underlying story in a lot of these big matches for the Cruiserweight Classic. This was one of them. Brian Kendrick, a seasoned veteran, went on and on and on and on that he had been gone from the WWE for quite some time, and now this is his second chance. This is his second chance at redemption. And that this tournament is his way back in. He needed this tournament for himself. If he did not win this tournament, that this might be all that he has left. Now, after watching this, after watching the performance that Brian Kendrick gave in this match against Kota Ibushi, it's kind of hard to think that, you know, if you're Triple H in the back, why the fuck wouldn't you give Brian Kendrick a WWE contract after this match? So, the whole Cruiserweight Classic could be the end of the road for me. This is all I have left, blah, blah, blah. They might have went a little bit overboard with that, because I don't see how you're not going to sign Brian Kendrick after what he did in this match. But it was a story. It was a story in this match. On the opposite side, Kota Ibushi, he really didn't have a story. You know, Daniel Bryan he's one of the pound-for-pound best wrestlers in the world, best cruiserweight in the world. He might be the best wrestler on the planet right now. And the one story that they did tell in this match about Kota Ibushi is that they didn't really say when, but he had reconstructive neck surgery. That they didn't know how his neck was going to hold up throughout this entire tournament. The neck was the issue. The neck was the storyline in this match. And throughout all of this match, they made the neck an issue. Brian Kendrick, neck breaker to Kota Ibushi on the rod that holds the post and the turnbuckle together. For Christ's sakes, we seen Kota Ibushi dropped on his fucking neck with a burning hammer in this match. A move you will never see in the WWE. And you can see why. All you gotta do is go back and watch that burning hammer. You know why the move is pretty much outlawed in WWE. On this night, we seen it. On this night, it should have ended the fucking match. But on this night, Kota Ibushi kicked out, and he looked like he was fucking completely in another world after that. But Kota Ibushi rose up from the ashes after that burning hammer. All it took was the fucking resiliency of Kota Ibushi. You know, move after move. Brian Kendrick, the seasoned veteran that he is, seized opportunity after opportunity. Kota Ibushi went up to the fucking top rope after being dropped on his neck. He went for a fucking, what was it? I don't think it was a 450. It was a beautiful, picture-perfect top rope, Phoenix Splash. And he missed it. He landed in the center of the ring. No one was home. Brian Kendrick seen this, got the bully choke on him. And at that moment, we were all emotionally invested in this match to the point when he got the bully choke on him. It's like, is Kota Ibushi going to tap out? Are they going to do it? Are they going to tell the story of Brian Kendrick beating the best wrestler, pound for pound, according to Daniel Bryan, in the world? And Daniel Bryan was he was biased. He didn't even hide his favoritism for Brian Kendrick. Daniel Bryan and Brian Kendrick had their very first wrestling matches together. Dear friends for years. He made it very well known to everybody listening and watching, and tomorrow, that his man, Brian Kendrick, that was his favorite to win the whole tournament. And when Kota Ibushi battled out of the bully choke, which now they're calling the Captain's Hook, I guess because of Be a Star, you can't have anything with the name Bully in it. But he fought out of the bully choke, and in the end delivered a Golden Star Powerbomb for 1, 2, 3. And that was it. Brian Kendrick's dream crushed. Brian Kendrick and his last chance slipped right through his fingers. He literally did everything that he could to outmaneuver, to outsmart, to outweasel Kota Ibushi. And coming into this, Kendrick was a face. They told a story that resembled a babyface. But Brian Kendrick showed you that he would do literally anything to win this match. And that is even including going against what the crowd really wants. He became a heel in this match. He showed you heel tendencies in this match. All it took was one Golden Star Powerbomb, and that was it. Over. At the end of the match, this was the second time in this tournament that I shed tears. Daniel Bryan comes down, leaves the announce booth, and he goes to hug Brian Kendrick in the middle of the ring. You got the entire Full Sail University crowd chanting, thank you, Brian, for Brian Kendrick. And then they're doing the yes chant. And it was just an unbelievable moment in which real emotion was put into that moment. And you could not help but shed tears for what you've seen, because no matter how outlandish it was, and you knew based on that performance he was going to probably be signed anyway, the emotion was there. WWE made you believe for a good split second that Brian Kendrick had it, and when he didn't, his entire world fell apart. This is why I've always stated, when you interject real emotion into something, it just comes across so much better on television. Not everything can have real emotion. I'm not expecting real life to fucking be flooding WWE television. But when you have something like that happen, just the simple basics of Brian, who's commentating, and Brian Kendrick, who's good friends with Daniel Bryan. Brian's picked to win the tournament in Kendrick. He loses. Daniel Bryan comes down from announcing duties to fucking hug his best friend, cry, crowd's going crazy. You can't help but fucking be emotional and feel emotion for them. We're living vicariously through them. That's what made this match so fucking great. Kota Ibushi went on to win it, and that was it. He went on eventually to lose to TJ Perkins. You know, TJ Perkins pulled off what I thought was an upset, but we all knew Kota Ibushi was not signing with the WWE. That's been well known. Good on him. How the fuck should he sign? I'm glad he didn't sign. Look at what they did with the cruiserweights following this tournament. Trash. You know? Cedric Alexander even stated that he thought the cruiserweights were going to be on NXT. He thought the cruiserweights were going to be on NXT. And then putting them on Raw right as soon as the tournament ended, and then giving them their own show. It's like everything is just happening so fucking fast, I can't even digest all of it. You know? Even Cedric Alexander thought they were going to NXT. He did not think they were going to be on the flagship show. And Kota Ibushi, good on him. He wants to achieve goals in other parts of the world in his career. He thought signing with WWE is going to hold him back. But WWE is going to use Kota Ibushi when he's available, clearly. Guy is fucking sprinkled throughout 2016 as some of the best performances of the year. He's not even a fucking signed performer to the company. What the fuck does that tell you? You know? So Brian Kendrick versus Kota Ibushi, third round of Cruiserweight Classic, ends up at number 5 on my list. Great fucking match. And the funny thing is, that's not even the best we've seen from Kota Ibushi. Number 4 on my list for top 10 matches of WWE 2017. I was going to say 2K17. Got 2K17 on the mind for some reason. I don't know why. Because I just recorded before I did this an hour of fucking career mode. AJ Styles, again, 3 times on the list. Joined Sami Zayn. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose at TLC 2016. This was the best main event that WWE put on all year on the main roster for both brands. This match was fucking great. I can't even do it justice. It's there. It's there, and you guys know why it's there. These guys literally, just like Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules, these guys beat the fucking holy shit out of each other. And AJ Styles, again, goes to show you how valuable this guy is. Everything that this guy does is absolutely fucking perfect. Now, Dean Ambrose, to some, he's fallen off here and there. He's not the same at all. But that doesn't mean Dean Ambrose is not a good athlete. That doesn't mean Dean Ambrose is not a quality performer on WWE television. He just needs the right guy to work with. We all might not like his gimmick. We all might find him to be cheesy and cartoony with the lunatic gimmick. But that doesn't mean he can't wrestle. Now, the only thing I didn't like about this feud was that they used James Ellsworthless to pretty much be the glue that holds these two together in a feud. Ellsworth was there at every fucking waking moment. Whether it's challenging AJ Styles to a fucking match after he just was given a SmackDown contract, putting the contract on the line, foiling AJ Styles from beating Dean Ambrose, screwing Dean Ambrose out of a title shot, whatever the case may be. Ellsworth was always there to fucking interject himself in between what these two guys were doing. That's the only thing I don't like about this feud. This feud could have been built on something a little bit more meaningful. Instead, they took a guy whose 15 minutes of fame should have ran out months ago, and they used it to hold this feud together. This feud did not need Ellsworthless at all. This match proved it. And still, he interjected himself in this match. Instead of, helping Dean Ambrose, because the week prior, AJ Styles legit buried this fucking guy on SmackDown Live. He did a Styles Clash off the fucking steel steps to the concrete. AJ Styles sent this guy packing right to the fucking ER, sent him away in an ambulance. This guy comes back at the pay-per-view, neck brace, and he's fucking crawling down to the fucking ring, right? And Ambrose is about to climb the fucking ladder and grab the world title. He shoves the fucking ladder over and propels Ambrose into tables set up on the outside, so loud you thought a fucking explosion took place in the arena. AJ Styles is just getting up. He sees what the fuck happened. Ladder's tipped over. Ellsworth is jumping around like a fucking hobbit on the outside. He's like pointing to the ladder, to the title. AJ Styles looks at Ambrose in the rubble. He climbs the ladder, 1, 2, 3, climbs up that shit, grabs the belts over. AJ Styles wins because of James Ellsworthless, again, interjecting himself in the feud and causing a rift in the outcome. When AJ could have beaten and should have beaten Dean Ambrose on his own. That's the only thing I don't like about this feud, but it takes away nothing from what the match really was. This match was the best main event on WWE main roster television all fucking year. All year. And goes again to prove why AJ Styles is the most valuable fucking performer in WWE. Unbelievable match. And AJ Styles actually injured himself in this match as well with a beautiful 450 somersault plancha off the fucking top rope springboard through a table. He injured his ankle. He was out for about 3 weeks. Hopefully he's okay as he goes into the Royal Rumble. But, Dean Ambrose, Dean Ambrose has been sloppy here and there. His matches at SummerSlam with Dolph Ziggler and a few matches scattered about, they were sloppy, but he's produced some gems with AJ Styles. I will say that. And this was the very best out of all of them. That's why it's number 4 on my list of top 10 matches in WWE for 2016. Now we're getting into the top 3. And this top 3, these 3 matches are some of the very best anybody will ever see on WWE television. Number 3, Kota Ibushi versus Cedric Alexander, the Cruiserweight Classic, second round. I can't even begin to fucking tell you what this match did for me as a fan. I watched this the night it happened, and I went back and watched this match 7 times. This match was absolutely fucking orgasmic. If there is something in this world that I love to death and that I am incredibly passionate about, it's when something like this happens. When you watch something like this and you come on here to do what I do and we do reviews and all this, you can't even talk about this shit. You cannot even discuss this shit. All you got to do is say, you know what? Go out and watch it and experience it for yourself. This match could have easily been number 1 on anybody's list. But there's 2 matches that are ahead of this, surprisingly. This match, on its own, could be match of the year. Cedric Alexander, I didn't know a goddamn thing about Cedric Alexander before he stepped foot in this Cruiserweight Classic. Same thing with Kota Ibushi. I didn't know anything about either of these guys. I seen Kota Ibushi against Sean Maluda. This was his second match. What these 2 guys did is absolutely the essence of what makes me proud to be a wrestling fan. I could not believe what I seen on this night. Cedric Alexander, the story, and people tell me there's no story with the Cruiserweights, or there's no story in the Cruiserweight Classic. They went on and on and on and on about Cedric Alexander dropping 20 fucking pounds to make the weight limit to be in this tournament. They made a big deal about Cedric Alexander dropped 20 pounds because he wants to win this for his daughter. They made a big deal about this. Cedric Alexander dropping 20 pounds, wants to win it for his daughter, and this is the match that he wanted out of everybody. And Morinal and Daniel Bryan are like, Kota Ibushi is going to make him regret that statement. By the end of this match, actually rewind that. In the last 4 minutes of this match, the near falls that occurred, I've never seen near falls that exciting in my entire life. Cedric Alexander delivered a brainbuster to Kota Ibushi that would level anybody. Anybody. Kota Ibushi kicked out. Kota Ibushi kicked the fuck out of a brainbuster. As soon as he kicked out of that brainbuster, like, what more could be done? It was a fucking 2 and a heartbeat away from a winner. Kota Ibushi kicks out. Before you can even register what the fuck happened, Cedric Alexander kicked him in the fucking face. Everybody on their feet at Full Sail. Kota Ibushi kicks out again. So we went from a brainbuster to a fucking super kick right to the jaw as Kota Ibushi could not even register what the fuck was going on at the time. None of us could register what was going on. As soon as Kota Ibushi kicked out of that fucking super kick, which was even closer than the last near fall, Cedric Alexander's face was the best thing about this entire match. The sheer shock on this guy's face, I can't even explain it. It was one of those things like, it was one of those faces like, what the fuck do I have to do to put this guy away? I mean, after that, what else is left? I mean, he got his lumbar check, but he didn't even get that point. He didn't even get that far. In the end, we seen Kota Ibushi withstand all of that. Golden Star Powerbomb, fucking brutally executed. 1, 2, 3. And that was the end of Cedric Alexander. This match is one of 3 matches of the year that I looked back on and I really just contemplated, this is why I still watch. Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi, when that match was over, instantly, I knew it was going to be match of the year. Or at least in my top matches of the year. If Sami Zayn and Nakamura didn't have their match at TakeOver Dallas, and if the Revival didn't bring DIY to a fucking absolute classic at NXT TakeOver Toronto, this would be match of the year. And who would have thunk it? Cruiserweights. A career-defining moment. Kota Ibushi showed you he's not even on the active fucking roster. He's not even a contracted worker. And he just brought Cedric Alexander to the match of his fucking life. That will never be duplicated. What those guys did will never be duplicated. Cedric Alexander didn't know a goddamn fucking thing about him before this. After that, I was one of the fucking many in that crowd at home chanting, please sign Cedric. He made a fucking lifetime out of that match and gave himself a fucking WWE contract with one performance. 15-minute match, got himself signed to WWE. So much, he blew everybody away. Crowd started chanting, please sign Cedric, and thank you, Cedric. Triple H in the back heard all this as Cedric's listening to this and taking all of it in, fucking crying. Triple H grabs him by the fucking neck. Please sign Cedric. Triple H gives the thumbs up, pats him on the back, and takes him away from everybody. And people doing yes chants. One of the best fucking moments, not only of the Cruiserweight Classic, but of the year. To see Cedric Alexander give himself a fucking career-defining moment in a loss against someone who's not even a contracted employee to WWE. Which ended up being the 3rd best match of WWE in 2016. I can't even begin to tell you how great this match was. This match makes me fucking absolutely proud to be a wrestling fan. And one of the reasons why the Cruiserweight Classic is probably the best thing that WWE did all year. Easily one of the best things WWE has ever produced. Unbelievable. We haven't seen anything close to this since, which is a damn shame. This is what we all wanted out of the Cruiserweight Classic. This. And this is what I've been stating to everybody. You put that match, if you've seen this match with the lights and the blue color on SmackDown, if you've seen this match in the main event of Monday Night Raw on the A show, there's no fucking way you would not be excited. There's no fucking way people would not want more. There's no way. These guys got themselves over to a point where it was career defining. And that's what needs to be done. People will want to watch when something like that is showcased. We don't see enough of that. I don't know why. I don't know why they took all the magic out of what these guys did and shit all over it. But I'm not WWE. They got a better vision in mind, apparently. Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi, not many will top that. There are 2 matches that top that. But even at the end of 2017, I doubt we're going to see anything that comes close to that. Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi, number 3 on my top matches for 2016 in WWE. We're down to the final 2, and you guys know what they are. Number 2 on my list for top matches of 2016 in WWE, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Every time you see a match like this happen, you know exactly where you are and who you're with and what you're doing. Nakamura might have had the greatest debut I've ever seen in WWE. Everybody waited. And again, I didn't know anything about Nakamura. I seen Nakamura matches scarcely throughout my days, leading up to this. I watched some stuff from Ring of Honor. I watched his AJ Styles match at Wrestle Kingdom. I knew what the guy was capable of, and I knew who he was. I was somewhat familiar with Shinsuke Nakamura. But how was he going to translate all that into WWE? I had a feeling people were going to fucking be rabid. And people were going to fucking welcome him better than anybody. That's exactly what Dallas did. Mix that with the music and the entrance and just everything. It's bone-chilling, it's jaw-dropping, and you stop what you're doing type of moment. That's exactly what Nakamura did. And the funny thing is, when Sami Zayn came out, we all knew this was Sami Zayn's last match in NXT. I mean, he was going to be on WrestleMania's main card in the ladder match for the IC title. We knew this was going to be his last match. So the only thing taking away from this match that I would find to be a negative was that we kind of knew Nakamura was not going to lose his debut in NXT. Nakamura gave us the best debut I think I've ever seen out of anybody in WWE history. Absolutely unbelievable. The music still resonates with me, just like the first time I heard it. When you hear that theme song, you just envision how great his WWE run is going to be. Sami Zayn, when Sami Zayn made his introduction, crowd welcomed him, thanked him. You look at Sami Zayn, and then you look at Sami Zayn after Nakamura takes off his jacket, and he does his thing, and he does his stretching, and Nakamura standing there, being Nakamura. Sami Zayn's in the far corner, in the opposite corner, looking at him. And you can't help but watch the show and see Sami Zayn trying to hold back, smiling. Because what he knows is what we're thinking. We're about to see a fucking classic. I don't believe I'm here right now with Nakamura staring me down in the other corner, and we're doing this in front of 9,000 fucking people WrestleMania weekend. What a way to go out. Sami Zayn had a fucking career year. Nakamura, he had a great weekend. Nakamura, IC title. He had a great fucking year. Might not look it, but again, goes to show you how valuable Sami Zayn is if he's in this fucking list 3 times. This match was unfucking believable. The crowd made this match so much better than it was. And that's why takeover audiences are some of the best audiences you will see in any wrestling atmosphere. They made these guys larger than anything. They made both Nakamura and Zayn the 2 most important things that entire weekend. That was the best match all weekend. Not only was it a classic in the ring, but what the crowd did, they gave everything to these 2 guys. And they made them feel like fucking megastars. In the end, Sami Zayn ate a Kinshasa, and it was over. I can't even begin to tell you how great this match was. Go back and watch it, and relive the history for yourself. You know, I always reference The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. And what that match did to me, it hit me right here. You know, every WrestleMania, I always go back and watch that match. That is the most perfect match I think anybody could ever see. I know it's mine. When you go back and watch Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, everything about that match is picture perfect. The way it was set up, the way it was told, Jim Ross, the crowd in that arena, They were living vicariously through The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. They were hanging on to every fucking move that those guys made. And not since that match, not since WrestleMania 25, 7 years, not since then, has a match like that hit me here. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura hit me right here. Unfucking believable. Again, what these guys displayed and what the crowd portrayed back to them made not only for a memorable fucking moment, not only a memorable fucking weekend, but again, just like my number 3 pick here with Alexander and Ibushi. Proud to be a fan of this sport. Nakamura and Zayn, number 2 on my list. Number 1. Number 1. Just like number 1, same thing could be said about number 1, just like number 2 and number 3. This might very well be the greatest tag team match I have ever witnessed. I'm actually envious and jealous of those sitting front row during this match. The funny thing is with the Revival, I fucking despise these guys when I first seen them. I'm like, who the fuck are these? Look how boring these guys are. Look at how fucking boring these guys are. Jackets. They look like a fucking team out of the 80s. Who the fuck is going to like these? How are these guys going to get over? Put these guys on the main roster, and they would get swallowed by the McMahon machine instantly. And they would never see the light of day ever again. They grew on me quicker than anybody, man. They portrayed exactly what I love about tag team wrestling. The Revival brought back my love for tag team wrestling. Not since the Legion of Doom, not since the Hart Foundation, not since Demolition, the Rockers, Money Inc., all these fucking teams that I grew up watching and that I adored so much and have been a big part of my childhood. You look at the Revival, and they bring back the essence of what tag team wrestling really is. Then you got DIY. You got Gargano and Ciampa, who came in at number 10 on my list, beating the fucking holy shit out of each other. I even stated that they're a great fucking team. They make even greater enemies. But what they do as a team, you collectively put what these guys do together singles-wise into a team, it makes for a great fucking unit. You take what DIY does so great and mix it with the Revival and take what they do so great. This is a recipe for a fucking classic. Not even Bobby Flay could fucking cook up something this beautiful. You know? Unreal. The magic that these two teams possess, you rarely see on WWE television. We've seen this match once before. We've seen this at TakeOver Brooklyn, too. At the Barclays Center, SummerSlam weekend. That was a great fucking match. The crowd wanted Gargano and Ciampa to win then. But WWE had bigger things in mind. They delayed the babyface team for the sake of story. They delayed the babyface team from winning. They didn't give the fans what they wanted for the sake of story. And the story revolved all around Gargano's knee. Gargano's a babyface that does not quit. Watch his match with Ciampa in the Cruiserweight Classic. He does not quit. You beat him, and you beat him, and you beat him, and he still comes back for more. He's not going to give up. On that night in Brooklyn, he gave up, and the Revival reaped the benefits of a badly injured knee. WWE even took that knee and that issue and made it into a storyline for his match, Gargano's match with TJ Perkins. So it was a consecutive, consistent thing. And that's what made the storyline so great. Can the babyface team come back and again try and beat the tag team champions? Are the champions going to expose what they did with DIY in the first match? And you know what? The knee became an issue, but not until the third fall. WWE booked this match absolutely brilliantly. You want tag team wrestling? You want what tag team wrestling should be about? You watch this match. This is why this match is number one on my list. 30 minutes of unadulterated fucking non-stop, I cannot believe what I am seeing tag team action. 3 falls. 3 falls between 2 teams that I hope to God recreates what they did on this night. That I hope to God are given a grander stage because they are fucking amazing at what they do. Again, they brought back why we love tag team wrestling. We had one instance where Gargano and Ciampa used the Shatter Machine on the Revival. The Revival even tried to do Gargano and Ciampa's finishing move. I believe they call it Meet Me in the Middle. They tried to do the super kick running knee combination. The Revival brought back the fucking Heart Attack, made famous by Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart. You know? It was unbelievable what we were seeing in this match. Just the sleaziness of the Revival to try and get a fucking win. The knee came into play again by Gargano. The Revival went right back to that and used that as a way to try and gain a victory in the third fall. But it was until the end where they fucked up. They got caught. They got caught by the Revival. They got caught by DIY, and in the end of the match, in a Titanic-esque moment, where Rose is watching fucking Leo sink to the bottom of the Atlantic. You got DIY in dual submissions. You got a crossface by Gargano, and you got a fucking armbreaker by Ciampa on Dawson. Gargano's got Wilder tapping out. These guys are interlocked in the middle of the ring. Do not give up. Do not give up. They're interlocked. They don't want to. They're holding hands. They're going to hell. They're going to hell together. And in the end, they tapped out. The crowd went fucking crazy. There was not one fucking person. There was not one fucking person sitting down on their ass during this entire match. People were standing in the first fall. Can you imagine what happened at the end of that when the third fall was decided? Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Never in my life have I seen a tag team. I've seen damn good tag team matches in my day. This was the best one. If you want a formula for how a tag team match should be, that's the blueprint right there. And the funny thing is, I even tweeted both members of the Revival, Dash and Dawson. You guys are going to steal the fucking show. You guys are going to steal the show the entire Survivor Series weekend. They did not fail you on that at all. They took over Toronto and gave you not only the best match that blew away everything that weekend, but they gave you the best match of 2016. Unreal. And that's my top 10. Going over the top 10, starting from the top, Revival versus DIY, NXT TakeOver Toronto, number 1. Nakamura, Zayn, NXT TakeOver Dallas, number 2. Cedric Alexander versus Kota Ibushi, Cruiserweight Classic, number 3. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, TLC 2016, number 4. Kendrick versus Ibushi, number 5, Cruiserweight Classic. AJ Styles versus John Cena, number 6, SummerSlam 2016. AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, Extreme Rules, 2016. Number 8, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Battleground 2016. Number 9, Gargano, Ciampa, First Round, Cruiserweight Classic. And number 10, Miz, Zayn, Owens, Cesaro, Extreme Rules, 2016. That is my top 10 matches of 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely long episode of Off the Script. If you did, hit that thumbs up. I'll be back on Saturday with some of the most disheartening news I think I will have ever reported. And go figure, it comes on the last episode of Off the Script in 2016. What am I talking about? You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to find out. Until then, I'm JD. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for sticking with me throughout the entire video. And I will see you guys all on Off the Script for part 2 on Saturday. Until then, hit that thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on Saturday morning.